Welcome guys. This is Devin from Daily Art Gaming's. I'm gonna do a first impression video of the new Harvest League of Path of Exile. So far, I'm still leveling up. I've gotten to what is Act 6 now. So far, I love this game. I've been playing for many years. Love the diversity of the builds, the things that you can do, the play style of it. It's just there's so much you can do and so much you can change, and if you just get bored with something, you can change it up. You can make it your own. You can do all kinds of stuff with this game. So definitely love the ability to kind of make things different, change things up. So let's see here. So we're gonna get in here. Okay, just started this area, so. But so far, I gotta say, this league, it seems it's more gonna be leaned towards a crafting league. Um, some of the things you can do with it, yeah, it's good and all. It's just, I don't know, it's just not my cup of tea. I kind of like all the last few leagues where it implemented a lot of fighting, killing mobs, spawning mass amounts of mobs, all kind of different stuff all over the place. So it's this one you basically just play the game and you get some side stuff to do. So it took me a bit to of going through things to figure out how um, to run the mechanics of the harvesting. Um, so the way I did mine is I kind of lined them out where I got my purples over here, my blues over here, and then my yellows over here, and I got two sets of each. And of course, I'll get more if need be, but so far, two of each seem to get me by, because by the time I fill this up and I actually get to harvest those, I'm already halfway to 3/4 filling this one up to where that won't be ready not too far behind them. So that way I don't have to worry about them sitting in storage and all that. So I'm having to get some more storage things because I've been having to, I don't want to waste any of that. So, but essentially you get your tier ones throughout here, the outside ones that I have, and then you can go into and do tier twos down here. Um, this is my tier two setup. I might do like different areas for like tier two, tier three, or tier three and then tier four. Um, but right now, I still gotta get a couple more seeds to where these are gonna all start popping out. Um, so essentially, I'll give you a kind of a breakdown, like a real quick breakdown. You have your regular base, which is this. That's whatever color you get. Like this one will be for the vivids. These are for the purple is the wilds, and then the blue is the primals. Um, you have to get a lot of these, so get a few of those saved up, pylons, because you're gonna need those to move your resources around to the other areas. Then you'll need storage tanks to store your condensed, because these units can only hold up to 50. Um, so you definitely need some extra space. You can come over here and just press that, and that'll drop any seeds that you have in your inventory or in your storage, which would be over here. Um, so essentially, once you start spawning mobs, they'll drop loot, but they also have a chance of dropping tier 2, um, which then you've got to come over here to another setup where you put them down. Now, so like this one is my Vivid collector. for these tier 2s, and then this will be the same for tier 3, tier 4s, you'll have to have other condensed life force. You get life force from whenever you kill the mobs. And then whatever you don't use, like from crafting, making stuff, you would use to you can condense down, which puts them in these collectors or in the units themselves. Then you basically uses those where you bring these pylons to track it down here to these dispersers. These essentially kind of looks like they're farmers sprinkler systems, if you will, when you actually see them turn on. They auto do their stuff. You don't have to do anything with them. You just put them down and turn them on auto, which would be that. So since these are all my vivid tier 2s. So they generally will need either primal or wild condensed force. So this disperser is doing wild, and this other disperser is doing um, primal. So essentially, you have at least each of them doing an area. And see, I'm trying to overlap these a little bit because I think I haven't got to tier 3s yet. I haven't got a full one because I don't want to just do one plant. I want to fill it all the way up. But if, say, the tier 3s require two different, then I'll have these overlapped where I'll have purple, the wild, and the primal. So as soon as I get to tier 3 stuff, I'll be able to kind of see how that functions or if it's just the same or not. But like I said, it got the same thing here. The wilds, then it's got the vivid over here, and then the primal over there. So they also have a secondary requirement, which means they have to have seeds around them of the same kind. So you can put different ones in here, but you generally want the same kinds. That way they can kind of help each other unlock each other. So once you get like this one over here, already has everything. So it already had its condensed life force. It had enough vivids, which it needed 5, which it has all 5 of these adjacent to it. So it unlocked, and I've already got it ready to where I can spawn it and kill said monster. So I mean, you get a little bit of mobs, but I mean it's nothing to the scale so far of like the past few leagues of Delirium and stuff like that, where you got tons and tons of mobs to kill. Now, granted, you can stock up a bunch of these and then release them all at one time and go at it. But I guess I'll see more once I get a little bit higher and get like tier 3, and then get into the tier 4s. And then also the higher you get, the more the different abilities that you get. If you do read the description of these, you'll see reveals a random fire mod. Uh, this one reveals a random caster modifier crafts. So I mean, all the plants that you put in here are gonna be what you're gonna be able to craft. So some of this stuff allows you to get 4 socket, 4 link, 3 link. Um, so you don't have to use your resources if you just use one of these and you just happen to have a plant in there that gives you a 4 link. You can just go drop it in with the rest of the plants, and then 4 link it, save you the resources. So um, it's definitely wise to kind of keep an eye on what you have. Don't just like mindlessly put them down there, because you might have something in there that might be a really nice thing to have for something that you might need closer to end game. Uh, so um, there are a few there are a few things in here that would be really good with like especially socketing. I'm kind of wondering to see if maybe there is a six socket, all the different modifiers and stuff that you can change up the stats on the gear. So because it's just random what you get, so you don't want to just sit here and waste something that could be great to use on something a little bit higher, or something that you're going to use long haul and not just burn just on an item that you just happen to have in your inventory, but really not going to last you very long because you're about to upgrade it. Um, so definitely a few things there to keep in mind of. And for your information, also with this whole disperser stuff, if you say run out of resources or you just put them down and turn the auto disperser on and you know you have like 100 resources for it to use and everything and it still flashes red, just don't worry about it. It'll auto turn, and once it starts doing its thing, do it it'll do what it's supposed to do. um, Usually a lot of times I noticed that there's another box. It kind of looks like that, but it's a bigger round, sort of like this. If I think it's in the shape of a T. If you click that, it'll automatically make the water sprinkler go on, and then it'll change it from the flashing red to the way it's supposed to. But if you don't have to do that, it'll auto do it itself anyways. So, but enough of that. Let's get into some playing around. So I'm going dominating blow, kind of melee summoner build this league. I think my second one's going to be a penance brand just because I like the way that one looked. But that'll probably be my next build. But right now I'm working on this. Let's see. But so far, I mean, it's really strong. I'm able to pretty much kill everything. It might not be the fastest thing in the world, but so far I've been able to run over everything. I don't even think I've ever died yet. So, and here's the mechanic over here. So essentially, once you see these, all you gotta do is run over here, grab it. Whenever you click that, all your seeds go to the next stage. So these are almost all done now. And so basically all I do is I just run in here and press the hand that drops any seeds that you just happen to have for that tier. So just happen to have one slot left there. So come over here, drop the rest. And don't got anything else. So let's see. These are the different stages. So once they fill all the way up, they look like that and they're ready to harvest. Generally, I just wait until they all get done. That way you get more life force at one time to craft with, because the higher up, the more life force it's going to require for the better mods. So you'll need to keep an eye on that. But you'll have one in each map, so when you're playing the game, just leveling up, it's a little bit difficult because you generally don't go in it throughout the entirety of the map, so to speak. So I meant it it definitely sometimes you miss them. I don't see them just because I don't go in that area because this is a big round map. So I meant it depends on where you're at and where it's at. And that's the only thing that I really disliked about this build or this type is that it's slow start. You have to get it going, once you get your minions up, you can just run over almost everything. Granted, I don't really have the gear right now, so I am kind of squishy, but so far, even though I've been squishy, I've been able to hold my own uh, and face tank pretty much all the bosses so far. So, and I'm really liking the Enduring Cry. Yeah, gotta love when you're not looking at the screen. But I mean, so far, I mean, it's just like playing any other league, just playing the game. There's not really much to it. So, I mean, it's not, to me, it just feels like I'm playing just a regular game. So I'm not doing anything out of the ordinary. There's not this special rift. Oh, let's go do this. It's you go get that rift and or get those seeds, and then you go plant them. Well, that was it. Then you gotta wait for them to mature, and even if it's something that you've had in there, that's like the third time, so I meant still nothing for me to do in there. So I meant sometimes you get something exciting, and then sometimes you get absolutely nothing. So that's my only gripe with it right now is that sometimes you get something when you get it, and then sometimes it's absolutely nothing. But granted, once you get in the high tier, you'll be able to fine tune your gear a little bit easier. Just because of being able to swap out mods, uh, reforge stuff, and all kinds of different things with the crafting system that comes with that system. So, I mean, that's my only thing is that's the only downside that I see about this league is it's nothing like what they've done before. I think they wanted this to be not really, and that's I guess why they kept the delirium stuff in there because of how much mobs it puts in there, and everything like that, and with the other encounters that we've had and put it in the core of the game, that this one was going to be more of a crafting league, um, being able to change up your stats, move things around, and be able to get some more fine tuned. So like I've heard before on some other videos and stuff like this, is there's going to be a lot more mirror tier gear, this league just because of that. So it's definitely interesting. I'll make another video down the road once I get further in on the mechanics of the harvesting, getting into those tier three, tier fours, getting a breakdown of the crafting setups, like what the limits are, um, what type of crafting you can do, like can you six link, can you six socket, um, stuff along those lines, and quite a few other things. I want to kind of see if those are in there. Um, so I mean, I don't expect them to incorporate the crafting bench into there, but so far there's a lot of stuff in there that makes fine tuning your gear a lot easier. Of course, you've got to get the seeds, so it's a random thing like that. So I meant definitely, definitely something to keep an eye out on, and stuff like that. So, but like I said, I'll make another video once I get to that point. Read some more up on a few of the other mechanics of it. Um, the new skills so far, the rally cries and stuff like that, they're definitely doing a lot better than what they did. So I think that was a great improvement on those. Um, so definitely. Um, but like I said, my name is Devin, and this is Deadly Art Gaming's. If y'all ever have any questions, any games that y'all want me to cover, as y'all see, I play many different games. Like to review games and go over them, make builds, stuff like that. So if y'all ever have any questions about PoE, um, Division 2, any upcoming games you want me to cover, anything like that, uh, let me know. I'll be more than happy to check it out, write up something, put out a video on it, uh, make sure I answer all y'all's questions. Feel free to ask me anything. More than happy to answer. If y'all like the content, please leave a like and make sure you subscribe so that you can keep up to date on my upcoming videos. And I hope y'all, for any of the fathers that are out there right now, I hope y'all are having a great Father's Day, and thank y'all so much.